So my next question was going to be, I assumed that you had watched the show, so I was going to ask you, like, were you apprehensive at all about drama that had happened before? But you,
I didn't know who was who and what was what. I went into it really with a clear, and I wanted to go into a clear way and make my own judgment calls and connect to who I connected to with my own, without somebody telling me, oh, she's like that, or watching and say, oh, okay, I see her and I know her. I just wanted to go into it, to me, like you're gonna love me or hate me. It's no in between with how people deal with me, and I was true to my truth. So I walked away with my character and integrity in all of this. I don't feel any regrets to anything that happened or any way it went down. I feel like it was my truth. And I gave everybody, when you watch it, you'll see me foolish. You'll see a little bit about the BMF wives. You'll see a little bit about how I living at home. You'll come to you'll see all aspects of me as a person. And I know I'm going to get some that's like, ah, fuck with her, and I'm gonna get some that's like, oh my god, this bitch, she is so ghetto and so fucking ratchet. Okay, well, yeah, hey, hey.
what is the biggest lesson you learned about yourself through that show?
Um, I went through a lot, because I went through a lot after the altercations and stuff, because it's really not who I am. It's just all of it was gut reaction. It was never anything. And it's reality TV. Anybody that says reality TV is not really, has never been on reality TV. It's all real. Some of the setups are created to put you in the setup, but everything that happens for me anyway was genuine. It was never, nobody told me what to do or what to say or how to, it was my truth. And so I think I learned about myself is that I'm not as far along as I thought I was. I thought I had this shit pretty much covered. Yeah, no, I got a lot of issues. I have a lot of snap, crackle, pop. I have a lot of like,
Residue.
yeah, and it's like I'm here and I feel like you should see it when I'm like, you should see that in my eyes, like, oh. And then you just want to keep on when I'm like, I'm trying to tell you, like, leave me the fuck alone. And you still, so I thought I was better. I thought I was more like, okay. Because I was like, you have such a smart, witty mouth. You should use your smart, witty mouth. I was like, look, when it comes to that point, that smart, witty mouth, I flash. It's real. It's not about, oh, okay, so you said that. Oh, yeah, bitch, because you look like, I'm not that girl. You break my shit, I'm going to fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? You in my face. Like, it's not a tit for tat for me. I'm not gonna argue. I don't go back and forth. I'm like, all right, yeah. I'm like, that's how you feeling. I'm just sitting there like, and I'm trying to assess everything. Cameras and shit. The fuck? And I'm a gangster. I'm like, you gonna do that on TV? And I'm like, oh shit. You have to like assess everything, but then you just black. It was a lot of blacking out for me.
Do you regret looking back? Well, you haven't seen it on, but
No,
do
I
you
don't
regret?
regret. I don't regret anything I've ever done in life. Everything is a learning lesson, and like I said, it was my truth. Everything you see is true to who I am. And I walked away with my character and integrity. I did not compromise who I was based on what everybody else was doing. And I told them, if that's how y'all feel and that's how you guys get down with each other, you guys know each other. It's a lot of backbiting, a lot of fake. They're all fake to me. They were doing a lot of, and so I sat back like, oh, okay, this is what we doing. All right. And I don't know if it was who they character they thought they were or whatever, but I kept telling them I don't care about these cameras. I don't care. I'm not that girl. Like, I'm not gonna assess it based on, oh, it's a camera. So, girl, nah. I'm like, you. This is who you saw. How I'm talking to you.
That's what we
This
saw.
is what you see.
Okay. What are you close with anyone that's on the show?
No.
Well, I seen you with a few pictures. I was like, oh, maybe she's close with such and so or such and so. Okay.
I mean, you know what? I'm cool. Like, a couple of people checked on me after the whole. It was a lot of shit that went down. So a couple of people checked on me and made sure I was cool. So I mean, I respect that they did that. But at the end of the day, you got 12 weeks of meeting people. They're not my friends. I knew they weren't my friends. I didn't go in there to create any friends. I went in there with the aspect of really getting my chance for the world to see who I was, and that I've been behind the scene for so long, and that I felt like it was my turn. And I felt like through everything I've been through in my life, I felt like a butterfly. I felt like I'm finally free to be me and not have to hide behind what my ex-husband was doing, or not, oh no, don't take my picture, because there's not even a lot of pictures of me out there, because I was always that girl. Like, you come from that life, you come from that, they doing that kind of lifestyle. You can't be flashing pictures, and you can't, it was always to the side. So it really hindered me, I think, in me being able to, well, it didn't hinder me. Everything happens for a reason, but now I feel like it's my turn. And I feel like this is my truth. So now people will see and they'll be like, where did she come from? Who is she? Like, but like I said, you love me or hate me. And either way, I'm cool.
Can we talk about your life before? Like, for people, you were married to someone that was in BMF. Um, for folks that aren't familiar with who they are or who they were, can you shed a little bit? I know it's long, so but just like shed a little bit of light, just a short, quick. Yeah.
This is a Black Mafia family. I mean, it's BMF. It's everybody. I think I Big Meech. Everybody knows that song, right? Okay, well, there was the brothers, Meech and T, and Meech was in Atlanta, T was out here, and my husband's on the T side, and it went bad, and it went, feds were involved. He's in jail, not in jail, he's in prison for almost 20 years, and,
You were Are you're not married anymore?
I'm in the process of a divorce right now, so it's not final, but yeah, I'm getting divorced. He's like, go on with your life. There's nothing, what can I do?
So you're in the process. Was it? Is it? Is it? Obviously, it was hard being married to someone that's in prison. Is that was the strain of just you being out?
Yeah, it wasn't the prison. It was going through everything. And, when everything comes out, you see a lot of stuff. And there was a lot of other things that went along, when he was on the run for 3 years. He was on America's Most Wanted. So it's a lot of stuff. And it's part of my past. Like, it was a part of what I live, but at this point, that's not even who I am anymore. I'm really, like I said, I lived a double life, and this is who I am. This is who I've always been. I started off before I married him, like I said, cutting hair. Before I even married him, I had my own. I was in the union before I married him, so it wasn't like he didn't put me on. He didn't, a lot of people always want to say stuff. Nobody knows my story, and I'm writing a book that'll be out soon. So, yeah.
Okay.